Hey guys, it's Mick. Welcome to a bonus episode of Hiveswap where I basically go through and get all the achievements I missed. So, to start off, the first one is in Joey's room with the Bubsy poster. The achievement is to feed it some dog treats. You're not going to encourage this guy any further. Achievement unlocked. Don't encourage him. And the next one is pretty close by. It's on the way to the attic, and it is to use Joey's. If I can remember the correct way to the attic, it is to use Joey's ballet shoes on the slinky. You study the slinky, its grace, its poise. To hold that position for years, neither faltering nor giving the impression of total stillness. Always the suggestion that in the next instant it may tumble forward from potential to kinetic, melting from solid to liquid. That is ballet. Hope springs eternal. Alright, the next one is a little ways off, so see you in just a sec. Okay, I recognize you save here. Batteries, sure. Baddies. Because the batteries... Because in this remote, there are batteries. The E-cell batteries. And there are multiple achievements tied to this. There's an achievement for completing the game with them in your inventory, which I got on my first run. There's an achievement for completing the game without ever picking them up. And then there is an achievement for trying to put them back into the remote. No, you need them more than the remote does, especially because its owner isn't even here. Ugh. Good old Pa. No, they're yours now. And now that I have that, time to reload. Okay, next up, this is one that's going to span a little bit. But there's another achievement tied to the dog treats, which is to use dog treats on each of pretty much every taxidermy thing in the household, starting with 3 bears in the living room. You doubt this creature has any interest in chowing down, seeing as it lacks the requisite organs and all. As an aspiring veterinarian, you are sometimes forced to temper your sentimentality with a cold dose of biological expertise. Okay. Look at that face. He really does look like he's rearing up for a treat, or to slap someone's head clean off with a single swipe of his incredible paws. One or the other, though, for sure. I see. Does this dog count? I'm not actually quite sure. No, it does not look like the dog counts. But there should be one more bear. Probably the clock. Yeah, the bear couldn't enjoy a treat as its intestines are clearly a clock. Okay, there are other taxidermy things to give the treats to, but we can't reach those just yet. So let's do some other achievements in the meantime. The next is to throw some pogs in the trash. Oh, it's really tempting. Maybe once you've dealt with these monsters, that can be your reward. Achievement unlocked. Where they belong. Okay, so the achievement for the basement is to tap dance. No response, but did that pile of boxes against the wall just shift a little? As well as ballet for the Hulu dances. They stare at you, unmoved, and also unliving. Achievement unlocked. May I have this dance? Okay, and then there's a narwhal back there as well, and that is one of the taxidermy things. This narwhal didn't eat pet treats in life, and is not about to start now. Okay, now that the power's back on, we can fax some pogs. You stick some pogs inside the fax machine, dial a random number, and wait for the machine to finish sending the fax. There! Now someone has black and white printout of your brother's crummy pogs. Thank goodness you can put that on your tombstone. Alright, and now that we're in the trophy room, we want to feed some dog treats to the lion head. You hope this big kitty had treats aplenty while he could enjoy them. You sincerely do hope that. And the deer. You beckon the deer forward with a tasty pet treat. He's incapable of resisting temptation, but he's also incapable of movement, so he stays put. Stalemate. Achievement unlocked. They're stuffed! Okay, and the next achievement is to locate some mysterious figures outside of a hidden room, a window on the left side of Jude's treehouse. So we have hidden mysterious there. Oh no. Oh no! There they are! You've never seen this many of them together. Did they have something to do with this? What are you saying? They had everything to do with this. Cultists, cryptids, conspiracies. It all adds up. It finally added up! For real! Oh my gosh. Activity recorded. And then apparently there is an achievement for shooting a flare at that mansion. So let's load our flares. Okay. Nope, that's not where I wanted to. There we go. So we shoot a flare at the mansion. You'd love to torch that snake pit and bask in the glow of victorious flames, silhouetted against the roaring inferno like a demonic conductor before his infernal orchestra. But it would be inadvisable to give away your current position by engaging your enemies directly before Joey is safe. Achievement unlocked Sequence Breaker. So is that gonna have some sort of importance in Haunt Switch, whenever that ever comes out after Hiveswap Act 2. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, next up has to do with the marbles. We want to load the pouches with 2 cat's eye marbles. Red and green herring. Now, the next one we aren't going to be able to get for a while. Okay, the next one is one I just barely missed in the original. And okay, the next one is one I just kind of barely missed in the Let's Play, and it's to examine the birdcage after each time you send a bird out, and then I believe once more after the final strife. So most of these I've read before, so I'm just going to be skipping through them. But the one I haven't seen before, I will read. I love Jude's face there. It's so funny. Oh, wait, we need to check it once more. Langley, there we go. God damn it, Langley. Okay, now this will switch us back to Joey immediately, I'm pretty sure. But when we get control of Jude once more, then we'll need to make sure to examine that cage one last time. Okay, well, now that we have buyers, another achievement is actually to use buyers on 30 different things, which I won't be showing off individually because there's just that's just a lot. And you can use it on any number of things, but I did want to talk about it so you'd be aware of it. And of course, I will show whichever the one is the one that gets me to get the achievement to pop. But anyway, let's continue on. Okay, actually I have to read this one out loud because this one's pretty funny. You put one of Byer's feathers gently in the fax slot and punch in a random number. Somebody out there just got a fax full of beautiful bird feathers, so no one could say Joey Claire didn't leave her mark on the world. Okay, actually, okay, and another thing you want to use Byers specifically on for an achievement is the piano. Hey, what's he doing? Wow, you guess this little doofus has some hidden depths. Byers is a musician. Burgeoning talent. Alright, now that we're Joey again, let's check the birdcage one last time. Oh, for Byers, Hyperion child who pulls the sun, whose wing flaps are the wind, whose infinite beak splinters the skin of monsters and brings tyrants to their ruin. Oh, for Byers, a song for the golden bird, who carried us to paradise. The beating heart of God is Byers! Byers everlasting! The long gone birds. This one's pretty funny. Byers looks at you, and at the hand, and he puts a little wing on your hand, as if to say, Joey, you do not have to try to use me on literally everything in your house. Nice try, Byers. Let's see what else is in here. Byers nestles down into the warm straw, the picture of contentment and safety. Beg pardon, Snuggles ol' Snoozington? You were under the impression that this was a team adventure, not the late-night shift at the Nap Factory? Surely he has some additional purpose. Oh, come on, this poor guy already got exhumed from his tomb and dumped in your attic. Can you at least spare him the indignity of being pecked at and or pooped on? But that also leads us to the next achievement, and the last one we can get on Earth, which is to use the spice on the mummy down here. You don't think this guy needs any help with preservation. That's what you were going for, right? Like how salt preserves meat, and he's a mummy, or whatever? It was a little bit of situational humor on your part. Joey Clare, keeping it light. Okay. You feel weird that you were even thinking this to yourself, but you weren't going to eat this mummy. Like, what? You wanted to eat the mummy, but you were worried it would be bland, so you thought you'd spice him up a little first? No, of course not. Ugh, why are you still so hungry? And why don't you have a better babysitter who buys food regularly and does a better job instilling the bizarre human anathema of mummy cannibalism? And why are you still trying to spice him up? Seriously, don't eat the mummy. Anyway, time to head to Alternia. Alright, for the next achievement, when we're talking with Zephyros and he's asking us to sort of prove our an alien, we get an achievement for telling him that we are a nightmare squid god. Melodious chirps and tongue clicks. I don't... You are? Yeah, with 2 huge mouths and a jillion eyes. Ugh, sorry. This is all a little nuts, and the deer cat maybe got me a little rattled. So you're not an alien. Alright, now that we have our bent spoon, for the next achievement, all we have to do is use the bent spoon on the bent spoon. Might as well hold on to this one. Who knows, it might come in handy in some kind of semi-contrived fashion. Achievement unlocked. Convexed. Alright, for the next achievement, now that we have the player's playbook and the Cubat, we want to use them together. There's a lot in here about the modern consensus about how you should hold your Cubat. The right grip, level stance, keep your head down, swing your hips, eyes on the ball, good hustle, ice your knee, etc. You never really paid it any mind. The first time you saw a poster of Zoltan Matzos holding his Cubat, you knew how you were going to hold it for the rest of your life. Achievement unlocked. Playing with power. Nintendo power! Alright, now that we've made it through the vent, for the next achievement, we gotta send Byers back. You put Byers in the vent, after a little while, he returns, with a new emptiness in his eyes. Time on the inside changed him. You realize this pigeon is now the toughest son of a bitch that you've ever heard of. The rest of your adventures will be effortless child's play, as your enemies are driven screaming before his fury, his fired pinions falling like shell casings, and a feathery staccato, the only elegy for the end of the world. The end of all worlds. Vent frustration. Alright, there are 2 more achievements left to get. One of them does involve Byers, and then the other we pretty much already got on lock, which is just to finish the game without picking up the E-cell batteries. Alright, for the second to last achievement, we need to use the bowl of milk on Byers. Byers is lactose intolerant, you're pretty sure. Though this stuff may not actually contain lactose, you know what, you're not going to overthink it. The dog treats. Byers picks up a treat with his beak and, after a moment, spits it back into your hand. Evidently, he doesn't care for the taste. Either that, or this bird is literally too dumb to know what food is. The Alternian bestiary. You don't find anything about Byers in here, because he's just a little earth pitch. And then the veterinary kit on it. This place seems pretty rough and tumble, so you feel better knowing that if Byers were to hurt himself somehow, you have the instruments to treat him. And then we get the achievement, Junior Veterinarian. And from there, we only have the very last achievement to get, to finish the game without the E-cell batteries. And for finishing without getting the E-cell achievements, we get Batter Luck next time. And that, for real, is the end of my Hiveswap 1 Let's Play. I've already said my thoughts about just how I loved the story of this game and the characters, and that I'm super excited for Hiveswap 2. But I think I'm going to take this remaining time to talk about a somewhat of a theory. About Jude's pet, actually. Early on, I made, like, a comment, I'm like, what, is it a gerbil, based on, like, the tubes around the house? But actually, I think it might be a baby cherub. Because baby cherubs are snake-like. And snake seems like the type of pet that, for one, would cause Jude to keep his pigeons in a different area than his room, and that Joey would be creeped out by, especially if it is a weird-looking snake. Plus, that would sort of well, it wouldn't explain why there is cherub stuff scattered around the house, but it would match up. It would come to reason that if a cherub somehow made their way to the Half Harley Manor, then somehow maybe Cherub Tech arrived there as well. Because we don't actually know what Jude's pet is. We just know that Joey is freaked the hell out by it and that she considers it dangerous. So, who knows? I personally think it's pretty likely. But for now, that is truly it. So, once again, thank you so very much, everyone, for watching. I do very much hope you enjoyed this entire Let's Play. I will see you in the next one.